We're showing love.
Cheeky smile. Now, 3 campers' courage in competitive plays, gameplay, especially where it comes down to almost a heal off at the end, is crazy powerful. You'll see players put down floors right next to each other, place all the campfires simultaneously, and sit at the junction between the platforms, because then they're taking up multiple squares. They're getting the heal from all of them.
He just earned another point.
That's 5.
Tyler's now has 5 this game alone, folks. He's so close. Down to the top 2.
The speed of the edit to get through 1v1 situation. This could be 6 points for Tyler's if he gets the shot off.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is so insanely challenging to do. He's got the high ground now. He's popping minis.
He could go for the heal off.
He could absolutely go for a heal off. And look at how low on HP his opponent is, under 70 health.
Well, if Tyler's decides to go for this, go for the 11. It'd be the highest elimination count in any game we've had in the qualifiers. His opponent decides to shoot up from underneath. You see, he's doing it.
Okay,
he's building up the layers.
Ladies and gentlemen, this could be it right here. He's building himself high enough to be able to drop down a bunch of campfires to out-heal this zone.
His opponent knows. He knows that he can't out-heal this, and the expectation might be that he knows that
building more layers. He's trying to catch up to him. Tyler's keeps on going. When is it campfire time? When will he place them all down? He just keeps building up, keeps building more layers. His opponent can't catch him. I think it's time. It's time to place him down. 1, 2,
he's sitting
3,
right there.
And look at this. He's going to heal on up. Tyler's, for the first time this week, the 6-point game. There it is. Hands down, the best performance we've seen in a game thus far, throughout every heat, throughout every qualifier, and that smile sums it up perfectly. The 6-point performance, absolutely insane stuff.
Jack, I gotta say, day 3 has proven itself to be the craziest thus far.
Absolutely.
And we're not even done yet.
We're not. We have one more game tonight. That was like Tyler saw Tifu's crazy end. It was like, you know what? I'm going to one-up you right here.
1 second.
I'm going to one-up you right here, my friend. Brilliantly played, getting those levels, making sure it's not easy to shoot him down. Drops all those campfires. 3 campfires?
We haven't seen anybody else with that many campfires thus far,
No.
and you can see why that many campfires pays off. Yep. Players in competitive matches know that sometimes it's going to come down to a heal off. He was building layers between himself and the opponent underneath, knowing full well that as soon as that person underneath him is shooting, that's a signal to him. Yep. That guy cannot out heal the storm, and he's afraid that I can. So I'm going to build up. I'm going to put a buffer between myself and him. I'm going to put these campfires down. I'm going to outplay the storm.
GG. We've got replays to look at, as always. First comes Peaks with this pump. There it is. To clean up knives. Later on, they ripped it. Tried to maneuver. And this was that beautiful, epic bolt action sniper onto Dat Muffins to cut him down.
The crowd here, day 3 of the qualifiers. Can we please make some noise if you're here, PAX West?
Oh, yeah. You love to see it, people going around using the restroom, getting ready for game number 4, Divine. We saw a little bit in that game, rocking the guided missile. 1 didn't go his way, but the rest of the game went pretty darn well, if you ask me.
Something to feel good about. We even heard a number of a couple guided shots later, but JP2 getting caught off guard. The SMG spray through the walls as JP it looked like he was looking on the outside. Good timing from Divine, trying to secure his 2nd elimination here as the player almost sneaks up on him. It's Hysteria who landed 2 points that game, but Horrified drops in behind him, takes him out 2 eliminations. But still, a top 10 finish, that means a point for Divine. And this is not the first qualifiers we've seen him in. So I bet it feels good to finally to get a point. That could put him in Monday already.
Oh, for sure. And again, a limb difference could potentially be the tiebreaker there. 1 limb could be it, like we saw yesterday. But listen, I'm sure you can all guess who the final set of replays are going to come from. Our first place victory royale from that game, the full 6-point sweep. Tyler's 10 limbs and the victory. Legitimately one of the best performances I have seen in all my time playing Fortnite.
And you got watching the speed of the edits and the knowledge of when to catch his opponents off guard shows. Look at these edits, just how fast and just the right time to push in. Gets almost every single elimination felt like he knew exactly how to control his opponent and where they were going to go, predicting the movements and knowing just when to push.
Look at that one there. Sloth comes on in, sends him packing. This was when he had 8, make it 9 limbs now, taking down Rio. And again, this was the final one here. Tyler's a man that I think is beginning to make a name for himself in this competitive scene. This was the final moment. Campfire, campfire, campfire. You sit right in the middle. Benefits of healing from all three. This should take 10 seconds to eliminate you. That would have taken so long. He was almost out healing it seemed like, but there you go. Tyler's nose. Crosses his fingers. Gets the win. GG's all around. And the best part is, since we're live here at PAX West, can immediately catch up with him for a brief interview. I believe Zeke has him over at the venue.
Gentlemen, great cast. I mean, you just watched that victory out. I'm joined here by Tyler's, the man himself, Tyler's. I mean, to take a victory out in the way you just did, first off, 10 eliminations, and then to win with a double campfire. What was going through your mind, man?
Dude, going through my mind, I was just like, I just need to get up on the high ground. I just need to use these campfires. You know, I don't need another kill. I don't need the 11th. I just wanted to make sure I got the W.
That is amazing. Now, what's interesting, man, is you did all this, you slayed out without the double barrel shotgun. I mean, what was the decision there?
I don't like it. I've never liked it since it's come into the game. I just missed too much, I think. I just prefer anything other than that, even a tack. I would take a gray tack over a double barrel.
A gray tack over a double barrel, that hurts my heart, man. So let's talk about this. What is your strategy going into the next game?
I'm just going to kill everybody. I'm just going to slay out, get as many kills as I can, and win. Just be the best.
Let's check out some stats from this last game that you had. Dude, seriously, unbelievable play here. I mean, check this out. You got 10 eliminations. I can't speak. 341 builds and 5,000 mats gathered. What does it feel like here? I mean, let's talk, right? You got 10 eliminations and the victory route, that's 6 points, and I don't think anyone else has yet to drop any eliminations that you have like that. I mean, what's the next step?
Next step? I think it's 11, right? 11 kills.
I hate you so much. Congrats, Tyler's. Best of luck in the next few games. Back to you guys on the desk.
Zeke, that's the one thing you have, the microphone. Stop giving it up. Jesus, man. That's like an 11th elim. He just eliminated Zeke from interviewing people.
Been eliminated.
There he goes.
On the 11th. It's incredible how confident players like Tyler. I'm just going to eliminate everybody. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Looking down. The confidence in his face. And that makes 2 players thus far that have hit double-digit eliminations,
yes.
Himself and Animal from Sentinel, which is crazy. You have to realize, too, Jack, that 10 eliminations is like a public match win sometimes, man. And they're playing against extremely good players, professional players that are editing and building faster than a lot of what you'll see anywhere else than here at Summer Skirmish.
Yep. And throughout the day, we've actually had the chance to catch up with some of our participants. Let's check it out.
Well, as a streamer, as a full-time career, I want to try and push that career forward. And I have every cosmetic in Fortnite, every pickaxe, every glider, everything that they've ever released, I ended up collecting.
I just want to prove that I can be considered one of the best in the game. I just want to make it my passion.
I come from Inglewood, California. There's gangs and everything, and video games saved my life. So I bought the blast ticket out, all my money. I took a gamble, and it worked out. Kind of chased a dream, and I'm here today.
I've been playing in the Pro Discord for about 4 months now, scrimming almost every day, and I just want to win to prove myself.
All the best guys are here, so I want to prove myself to be one of the best, and obviously the prize pool is just icing on the cake.
I feel like I could just lay back, watch everyone kill each other, and then snipe them from the back.
It's all about the good vibes here at PAX West at the Fortnite booth. Summer Skirmish, day 3 of the qualifiers. We have one more game left, and we will know every single player participating tomorrow for the $1.5 million on the final day of competition for the last 8 weeks of the Summer Skirmish.
Jack, I'm setting alarms, man. Anybody you know, tell them 11 o'clock a.m. tomorrow Pacific. That's the time. Be here. especially if you're here at PAX West. Do not miss the event tomorrow because we have a crazy amount of gameplay coming from all these players. Are putting on such a show. And one of the things I noticed in there, it's not just a small collection of players. We have people from all over the world here to play across the ocean and back. It's incredible. Now, Jack,
this is it. It's all come down to this. 8 weeks of competition, millions and millions of dollars of prizes up to this point. Players traveling from across the world. One final game to find out who our 100 players are for tomorrow's $1.5 million final.
Game 4 coming in, a northwest to southeast bus approach. And already at the top, you have people dropping over the water. You're going to have, looks like Junk Junction might be a little busier than usual. I would expect players to stretch Wailing Woods, Risky Reels, Flush and Greasy probably pretty often in a situation like this, especially competitive players. They know that targeting the outside zone is important. But Tyler's, if he's looking to put a record elimination count up this game, going for 11 or more, he's got to jump into the heat, and I think that's exactly the plan. Going to Salty smack dab almost in the center of the map, looking to see if he can pick up a couple early eliminations. Going to hit the tree house. It looks like 3 chests possible. No, he flies past, going to the house at the end of the street there.
This is my this is actually my exact skin loadout.
Number 2 pencil. Like he bypassed a weapon, gets the pump action shotgun and an LMG instead, which is an excellent loadout up close against whoever's in the roof above him. And now it's kind of the time to choose when to engage. Whoever's up there, you better look out.
Oh, he's great. He's got minis. He's going to fight this right away. He's going to fight this right away. Tyler's not only took the microphone twice from Zeke, but also promised 11 elims this game. So we'll see if he's a man of his word. Frankie has moved towards that middle treehouse, and I believe the player who landed on Tyler is actually built up and out towards a sniper tower, trying to avoid that engagement.
Ashton getting an engagement over here at the hotel. Got to hit those shots. 1 left, and he couldn't secure it. Rogue's Double O Flower gets his first elimination. Only 14 HP left.
Did he have 200 health already?
It looks like he might have. Right. And actually, earlier already this evening, Flower had secured 4 elims in a single game, which it means he's got 1 point and 5 elims minimum for the night. That can put him into Monday, even if he doesn't get another point, Jack. We've seen people make it in with 6 eliminations and 1 point. Tempo and Tilted, which is surprising. Tempo knows that players like Nick Merckx gets the shotgun shot from, looks like down the stairs. It's Crypto from above, actually, pushing in now. Maybe here's the shield. The mini popping, and Tempo's going to try and layer up against these early game materials. Super important. Even though he doesn't have a lot of them, he's got to position them. It's like Crypto for the shot there. Tempo, this is like mid-fight harvesting materials, knowing that every piece that he has counts.
Yep.
Every layer is stopping a shot from that shotgun.
Here's Ecstatic over towards Double L's. Ooh. Eliminating Ectic.
Another controller player. It's great to see both controller and keyboard and mouse players staying competitive against each other. Putting on a good show here in Tilted Towers. Tempo trying to he's still on the hunt. Still looking for this. And he's not the only one here. It's not a 1v1 anymore. Nope. Lavish and Crypto are here against Tempo. I would expect as soon as an elimination happens on one of these players, the third party is going to push, hearing potentially a shield break, something like that. You're going to see quick, aggressive gameplay from all 3 players here as soon as something starts.
So you see Tempo's like looking towards his back, even though there's players near him. He's looking to see if maybe someone from Big Gray is going to begin to shoot down on him or something along those lines. He's got to be wary of that. Nice little loadout here for DT. We'll be able to loot as well this campfire, hunting rifle. Another gold compact SMG, the legendary compact SMG right there.
Shivs in the feet, went out with a bang. Looks like a self-elimination. Hysteria takes out Steph Ryu, who we've watched a number of times over the course of the last few days. But here we go, Tempo. Layering up. He looks like he owns a number of surfaces in the stairwell. Players will take advantage of that.
Fourth like party
Tempo.
Now.
Everybody, there's a party going on here, and everybody wants a piece of these elims. These early ones count big time, especially if it's could potentially be a player's first point.
Well, there goes half of Double L's.
Editing his way in. Tempo sees. I almost expected a shotgun shot trying to snipe an elimination there. Marsh in the feed taking a little boat out. Stick the General getting elimination on Bumboy. Wild Bees. Players are still until the C4. Almost. There it is. Tempo at 5 HP, and the shot from Ryan Rex gets Tempo eliminated.
I think Tempo's still got to be proud of his performance tonight, though, especially from earlier on. Sheesh, that's an awkward spot for Godvat as King BO2 just beams him there with that little health. But then unfortunately for King BO2, you see, I think that was Blind pushing
blind
on it, right?
Back here, Senrio back in Pleasant Park, going for the revolver shot, misses, but doesn't even matter. Gets elimination on GS Logan. This is first for the game. Joker Untamed, who we saw earlier during the little player preview there, gets a lucky horseshoe here. Southwest, this is that pair of double buildings southwest of retail. That's 2 elims for him. 1 elimination gives him a point. 1 more there. Posey says, I heard the fight. I'm on my way in, and this is a perfect example of third-partying the sound cues. People will hear it, and actually maybe not. He was still smacking materials on the way in. Joker Untamed might have caught him off guard.
He's going for this, and he has no idea just how much health Posey has. Posey's...
Oh, the third party, the snipe, 162 meter. Wow.
I'm assuming that is our furthest elimination of this game so far. And there's a look at it there. Just how far away that snipe was. Yes, it was the furthest elimination at 163 meters. My goodness, folks.
Now the storm's starting to shrink. Currently, as interesting stat, it is 1,600 meters wide right now. And here, Crypto getting lavish. These players have been fighting it out here for quite a while. And Ecstatic still alive as well. 1v1 here. You got to look out for a peek around the corner. People will third person and use the camera angle to watch for pushes, watch for a time to pop out. I think he place the campfire inside. He's going to move inside and kind of wall it off so that he can take advantage of it. Crypto's above it. He's got to hear it.
Yeah.
I mean, Crypto knows exactly where Ecstatic is, and potentially choosing when the push is going to be much easier now, the angle at which he can come from, because he knows
Crypto might be right here. Oh.
Almost expected it to peek that shot and catch Ecstatic off guard. Crypto's actually, he's looping around the outside. You know they're listening to each other the entire time on the track going down through to protect him. Crypto actually in the feed there gets Ecstatic with the pistol, the fight we were just watching. But over here, the west side, the factory is by Lonely Lodge.
Nikiski building on up, dropping down, has a ton of materials, but not much ammo to use. This is one of those fights where the currency you're looking for is extra ammo for your next engagements. Continuing to break on in, gets control of the pyramid, but I don't think anyone's even in that 1x1 anymore. Yeah, that guy's been long gone. He moved to the build just behind him, and he's actually just going to give this one up. Will Sloth shoot him in the back now?
I almost expect it potentially hearing the moved out. Yeah,
he just like leaves him.
Sauce gets a couple taps. The gray SMG from distance doesn't really have anything. I mean, tab firing maybe with the AR is a better option here because the SMG is not nearly as accurate. First shot accuracy with an AR at that range is going to be superior, but he was just looking to spray a bit to see if he could get any damage on him. Maybe even a method of shield checking, see if his opponent is weak enough that under 100, there it is. Turns around as Nikiski dropping down, but the third party coming in. The shots from the hill on Tilted, which is exactly what Nikiski was looking at pushing towards. Nikiski, Divine's teammate, eliminated there, and Sloss has 2 elims.
This was King against Blind. Blind just drops on in, and 2 quick crits from that tac shotgun will send him home. Here's Tyler's from last game, promised 11 elims in that interview. Still at 0, but still, it doesn't matter for him. He had the perfect performance in game 3.
53 players left. The circle's about to close. We're going to see where people are going to have to move next, and it's basically centered in the previous storm. So everybody's about the same distance, equidistant from the outside edge. Nobody has too much pressure, but there is under 2 minutes. You got to start making moves before too long because you want to get into these circles early. Competitive players, they're going to try and gatekeep, and if you're outside of the circle, oh, fade! Baited. Tyler's goes down, 0 eliminations.
Heavy shotgun, man. Heavy shotgun. The highest damage output of any shotgun. That heavy when it hits a crit headshot, and it shows it right there. That was Tyler was running in with 142 HP. Kev is popping the Chug Jug, hands off the keyboard, just hoping it even has time to use it.
It's on the far west side too. You see the map there and a top-down view of the area that Kev's getting that the Chug Jug off on. 2 players already engaging each other, and it looks like someone is trying to hunt Kev down. The audio cue from that Chug Jug could be very revealing. Players like General, you see that he's pyramiding on top of his own ramp to block a pyramid attempt from his opponent. Maybe even a trap player. Gets the shotgun shut off. Looks like 80 shield damage, which means he knows his opponent still has some shield left. You didn't hear the audio cue. And Yo-Yo, keep it up, a player we've seen in previous summer skirmishes. Puts on a good show, but cannot clutch. Gets dropped down. General drops the platform out from underneath him. Yo-Yo falls in and gets shotgunned.
He's trying to move quick to drop down. There you go. This was that fight we missed earlier on when Crypto picked up The legendary double barrel shotgun. 1, 2.
The
nice little swap to the pistol. That rare pistol is quite good when the bullets connect. Here's Kyle over on in crates, just above retail. Looking for whatever he can get. The epic assault rifle, quite good. Absolutely shreds, and the drum gun as well. Swapping between 2 spray weapons. You see all the builds coming on in, denying any bit of high ground he can. Now he'll try to match the build himself. Follows it on up. Joshua just below. Definitely a health advantage here for Kyle. Seems like he's having trouble spotting exactly where he is. Oh, you hate to see that if you're Kyle. There he goes, Joshua with the elim, his first of the game.
Now you see the board here, 6 players currently with 3+ eliminations. Actually just went up 7. DT, Sakaros, and Marsha, the only ones still alive though. So you've got 4 players that have earned themselves a single point, plus those elims, which can mean all the difference for tiebreakers. We still have 3 alive that can keep pushing the elimination count, go for more points. Only 2 more eliminations separate them from 2 points, and that we've seen the last 2 days has been enough to push them into Monday's grand finals.
Diabolic falling down this hill. Look at the zone at his back. Time is against him as he's going to have to move on in. Knows there's one player in this broken house.
Speedy peaks.
Nearly gets a haircut there from the player. He's going to keep on moving. Keep placing these walls.
Damage yet either. 100 still. In the feed, Blind goes down to Rex. And Blind this game did not have enough elims to get a point. Not high enough rank to get a point, so no points from this game for Blind. As previously we were watching Joshua versus one on the backside of the wall here. We were hoping, I guarantee you, Kyle was beating himself up. There's a level of inaccuracy there. The spray from the SMG just didn't connect enough.
His tracking was not very good in that fight, and that's what cost him the grenades. Sakairos trying to outbuild it, trying to stay alive. Not many mats left to his name. 3 limbs so far, so 1 point earned, but now he's getting shot from multiple areas, down to 5 HP. I think the end is near here, Lupo.
If he clutches this, no. He almost used the rip to go.
Oh my gosh.
Opted not to because the shot stopped. He's going to get bandages off. Nope, he heard more shots come in. A layer got knocked out, and that's a good call. I'm actually extremely impressed at the hesitation on using the rip to go because he was trying to hold on to that. It's such a powerful item to have late game. You can reset an engagement that you are at a big disadvantage in by just getting up on top of everybody. But he has to take advantage, box himself in, and I'm going to be honest with you, this is an extremely obvious location. Those walls don't belong. I mean, they don't belong to the...
what gives it away?
Exactly.
That they're building, that they're not obviously the safe structure. There's a lot that's not good for him right now.
If somebody watched him move in there, they're going to take shots.
Yeah.
I don't feel like very often you'd see a player box themselves in something like that because it's very telltale.
Look at everyone outside this next zone.
There's going to be a lot of people coming in. Everybody that's inside the current zone down there in the south. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw maybe one of those players, the 4, the top side, move north and try and build up, or even that northwest, whoever that is in the northwest, start gatekeeping. You're going to have a lot of people coming in, definitely from Salty. It's a very popular spot. Plus, everybody from the west side of the map, they had to push across the river. They're going to have taken each other out. They're in a prime position to get
Kevin Hysteria. Kev trying to build on up. Hysteria had much lower health, but that's not the case anymore. Hysteria, 3 eliminations. And the sigh of relief, it seems, from him as he lives to see another day. Gone nearby as well. Gal looking to push his engagement. I think he thinks Hysteria is very weak, but little does he know, Hysteria was basically gifted a med kit. He's still got some shields left. I think that this is Hysteria's fight to take as well.
Applying pressure in a situation like this, especially when you have somebody very close to the edge of a mountain. Hysteria can't back out of this easily unless he goes for elevation as well. You see the push now coming from Gone, knowing full well that he's got his opponent in a tougher spot just by applying pressure previously. Those kind of shots to knock down surfaces, that's going to make players that are very aware of when a push is going to come. They're going to stop healing, they're going to put up a wall, and Gone knows that, which means he may have interrupted a heal. The aggression, it's absolutely the perfect time, but Hysteria going for a play there, trying to get him on YouTube and jumping up above the bounce pad to get elevation. A brave play. 41 damage, no shield remaining, is going to go for it. Another one, the shot's midair and gets the elimination on Gone.
Beautifully done by Hysteria, his 4th elimination of the game. And he's going to go ahead and drop on into the low gravity zone. Ooh, that clinger lands right behind 42 MZ. The clingers aren't being stacked, so, you know, structures. He's able to get out with his life. MZ with the heavy sniper rifle. Remember, that does 1,100 damage to a wall, so it instantly destroys anything. Metal, brick, wood. He's made into the zone, though, so I think he's pretty content with where he is right now. No.
No. Do it.
Oh.
Almost.
This player.
Now, I'm curious if 42 realizes there are a number of players underneath him. There are actually 2 underneath him in the tower. And he wasn't even paying attention to that. He was watching the third party, which I don't blame him. The people underneath, unless they start smacking out the materials underneath him to drop him down, he doesn't really have to worry about him too much. This low grab zone, I'm going to be honest with you, I would avoid that entirely unless you were forced into it, because those jumps, you float so much that if any player, especially 42, who he's got this heavy sniper, a body shot midair for a player with really good accuracy.
It's easy to track when someone's floating like that. 42 just sitting above, still at 1 limb. Don't know exactly where he stands in the standings. Really have to force a fight, maybe go for these couple limbs to get a point on the board.
Now, Bearded, DT both have 3 eliminations. That's a point apiece. And Asteria actually right now with the most in this match at 4. But nobody's got the 5 yet. 5 would get him to 2 eliminations, or 2 points. My apologies.
There's that heavy being used. He cuts down that wall instantly. Almost had a chance to get a free point of damage on, but I do have to give some props to Asteria. You know, playing every single day so far this week. Not getting frustrated. Goes for the quick scope. Doesn't actually happen. Can't follow it up, and now there's the third party as well. He's just going to get close and potentially dive on in. He's playing just to be on the edge of the zone again. This has been 42's strategy for the last 2 circles. Now he's officially safe. Build battle. 42. Pyramids from both sides. Hysteria on the ground, just throwing some grenades. Not much ammo left. Needs to use anything he can get to drop this player down. Can he get the 5th limb? Joda down to just, what, 30 HP and some minis. Hysteria gets control of the wall. Spray. Can he hit the shots? It doesn't appear so as of yet. Will he elect to go from the top? Joda. He's trying to get an edit on the wall out, and Hysteria knows that. He's got the high ground yet again, and Hysteria fails the build, so he'll be back to the low ground. But Joda's down here again. Another shot. Joda even weaker. Hysteria trying to follow it up. This will be for the 5th limb and 2 points. He just seems, he's not building ramps. No! Still can't hit the shot.
At that point when he was jumping around the left side over there, I'm surprised he didn't build a ramp to get over the top. Now, I guess at this point, I mean, if
that's all he's got left. This is all the ammo he has left to use. The small ammo in the minigun. Another shield tag. Hysteria just pleading to get this a limb. Now he gets third party down to 45 HP, and you know Joda heard that.
This feels almost like potentially like a loss of focus. He's so locked in on getting the 5th elimination for that 2nd point that
and now Joda's
like he
gone.
Forgot the build. He's getting third party now from the back, and the Storm's going to push him even more. He just got shot from the angle. He's got to move in. He's opting to go for the elimination, go for the number 5, get the 2nd point, hit the last shot, and he gets it on wheels.
And he's going to be happy with that.
In the Storm. That's 2 points.
He's going to be happy with that. That's 2 points for Hysteria. We saw him with a 2-point game earlier on. We'll be seeing him tomorrow for sure in Monday's $1.5 million grand final. Colton, who I was going to touch on, had so little to his name. That was before he wound up jumping to that low grab mode. That's how he got his 1 limb of the game. Gyre, there's the heavy, breaks the wall and tags the health. That's why it's so useful. Down to our top 25 players. This is the last game of the night. Again, folks, remember, this entire week we've been going live at 6 p.m. Pacific time. That is not the case tomorrow. Tomorrow's $1.5 million grand finals begins at 11 a.m. PST. Spend your holiday with us. Here to see who can take home that $225,000 top prize.
This heavy sniper's going to take a shot. Very close to catching that player in the top of that 1-by-1 off guard. It's funny, he takes a shot, he backs back down the ramp, and the reload on that relatively long. He has an opportunity to take his hands off his keyboard and mouse. The shots there from Frankie, who we saw earlier, gets diabolic. The SMG spray. Up close, that thing is a blender. It hits so hard, and the sniper to use it. Wow, the snipe coming in, knocking the surface out as Knives is pushing across, trying to get underneath.
Congrats, he got his challenge done for building structures.
Wow.
It's a tough one. Tougher for some of these players. There's Knives building below. Gyre just more than happy to peek with this heavy sniper, looking to see if he can catch him off guard like the player on the edge of the zone. Nothing as of yet. He's got all the ammo in the world to just chill up here.
His loadout is actually absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, it's brilliant.
A ton of materials right now. He has 2 full shields. He's sitting at 190 total HP. And actually, if you see the keybinds, you see their spell Lupo. Did you catch that?
No, I didn't.
Not even kidding. Roll it back. Check out the clip.
He's earned himself a new fan from you, but it's been 1 minute and 30 seconds from the last limb. I believe we just had one. So yes, there it is. Loop. Oh, whoa.
The build keybinds.
the extra, but that's actually really funny.
Prism, Nazgul, the Storm starting to push players in. This is where we get some crazy engagements. Everything kind of turns into chaos. You see a lot of players stacked on top of each other in the middle, but who's left on the outside? That east, south, and southwest sides, they're all going to have to push in. You see
he just needs one more for a point.
Nazgul getting young Prism to feed. Shotgun shots. SMG spray right there. He's looking. He's hunting. Jair wants one more shot with that heavy sniper. Fade right on the edge. Just barely safe, but he's going to have to move quite a bit. The next circle is in the southeast side.
Only 123 metal left to his name. Nazgul under 50 health. Erko maxed HP right next door, wondering if he's able to push on in and try to force that engagement. Kriz is still in this as well from C9 at 200 health. A strategy we've seen with this heavy sniper, you kind of use it as a battering ram to push through a wall, then follow it up with a shotgun.
Look at
Saka has literally 1 health, 1 HP. But how would Jair know?
Faye gets the elimination on Rex in the feed, taking the shot, just barely clipping his own floor after the snipe shot. Potentially maybe cost him a little bit of damage there since the shots didn't go in on the wall.
Again when we get that replay?
He's got to move just a little bit.
He's actually not had to move for the last, what, 2 zones? Can't ask for much more if you're Jair.
Going to have to wiggle this time around, too. Bartologist super close to his opponent there with 1 HP, Saka, and we have Fade here basically.
Jair got the snipe!
He did.
He just got the snipe on the big saucy, which will give him a point. That might be the thing that qualifies him for tomorrow. We'll see in the standings after this game. Fade.
Did Fade not realize there was somebody right next to him?
Doesn't matter. He died to the zone too. Fade dies to the zone.
But he was at 4 eliminations. Yeah. If he had made the choice to try and get a shotgun shot off on that player that was also stuck outside, that could have been a second point for him. But he didn't. He went for the push, and there's so many layers there.
Here it is from Jair. Oh my gosh. And look, there's the relief. Knows just how key a third limb for 1 point could be. Jair's lost a good amount of HP.
2 more left, and then players start. Crispy just was lost to the Storm. 2 more players go down, and then everybody that's left gets at least 1 elimination just based, or sorry, 1 point based on rank alone. Jair going to layer up on top of himself. Now's the time. He's just kind of hang out inside. Only 30 HP left, so he can't take too much Storm damage. The Storm doesn't affect shields. Players, these guys, they're so on top of that he knows he's got to start moving early. He knows he can't spend too much time in the Storm. He can't move too early, though. You're going to take some ticks from that. Like these catacombs of buildings inside here. All the players that they put down just to secure every movement they can, because there's so many angles of C4, and his builds might not be enough to save him from something like this. We'll see here in a second. He's going to try and start making moves. 2 more players need to go down, and then Jair gets a second point here, which would put him in potentially on Monday.
He knows this too. He actually, I thought he got pulled into the rift to go too. We swap perspectives to Bartologist.
Lands, there's multiple players both above and below him. The footsteps are every direction.
Another rift to go was just used. Fake Jesus eliminates 1. Erko, and that a limb. Jair gets a limb in 11th place, so he doesn't earn the extra point.
That gives everybody that's still alive a single point, though. Bartologist just watched somebody drop down. I'm surprised he didn't peek up the corner and try and go for a shot. That shotgun. But he's waiting inside, secures himself inside a little base. Erko, Vape Jesus getting multiple eliminations to feed. Kriz takes Erko out. Ponzi all eliminated.
Geomox had a quiet day so far, but this is his opportunity. A victory royale, 2 more limbs. Either of this could really just fly him up these leaderboards to join Tempo and Tifu, who we're expecting to see tomorrow. Bartologist with his second elim of the game. 5 players left. It all comes down to this for some of these players. The launch pad to resecure the high ground. Bartologist starts to play the low ground now as well. Looks like that's Tempo Vape Jesus who's dropping down. 3 players left. Bartologist with another limb to knock out JP2 from LG.
This gives Vape Jesus 3 points based on being 3rd place and having 3
Same with Bartologist.
Excellent games for both of them. Bartologist gets the drop in and the trap for the Elim. The last 1v1, that trap might come in big depending on the angle. Oh! Goes off, Jamok dodges it, trying to peek up over the top. This corner right here could be it.
He's got to watch this trap on the other side of the wall. Drops on down, the quick tag, shotgun in hand!
Gets him around the corner.
J-Mock with the victory.
You were literally just saying a quiet day up until right now.
He needed that right there. Yeah. He needed that right there, and he knows that the sigh of relief. He knows that might have been all the difference. Dodges the trap twice and gets the final limb for the victory royale. Down to the wire. I have to ask someone from this crowd, for all the action we've seen, for all our competitors up to this point, can we give a round of applause for everyone this week? Absolutely. People traveling from across the world in hopes of qualifying for tomorrow's $1.5 million grand final. We will know soon. Everyone who's qualified tonight will have our full look at all the participants. Again, that is 11 a.m. Pacific tomorrow. But Lupo, a great night 3. For me, the best night of the qualifiers so far.
Watching tonight was just another reminder why you and I are behind the desk for this stuff, man, and not out there against these players. We saw some crazy games. Tyler's putting up 10 eliminations, and also Zeke's Mike that game. Tfue put on an excellent show as well.
Yes.
Everybody just...
FaZe had a great night tonight.
They did.
Tfue, Tempo, and their J-Mock as well. They won 3 of the games, didn't they?
They did. And there's a reason that these guys are on the teams they have. And a number of these big organizations, World's Best Gaming, Trouble Boys, FaZe, Cloud9, everybody, every team that's come here, there's a reason. You can tell why they're here, and I love to see it.
Well, we've got replays to look at before we get to our final standings. First comes from a player from C9. It's Hysteria. This was him in his battle versus Kev. The great pump body shot and the follow-up with the spray. He had such a health disadvantage he was down basically 100 HP in that fight, able to clean it up. Then the bounce pad on the gun, and look at this. To follow it on up, it's a little bit awkward, doesn't panic. It's a couple tags right here.
I believe the clip on that shot is kind of what determined.
That's what gave him the confidence to go for that.
Now's the time to push, to bounce up in the air. We haven't seen very many players go for a bounce pad play like that, and it's nice to see a player like Hysteria. And you know, this entire game had to feel redeeming for him, because this is not the first or even the second qualifier that he played in. He had to play through multiple days to even get here, and finally establishing, saying, you know what, I was overthinking the previous days. Now's the time to make a play. 5 elims for him on the day. Right there, the last second, 5 HP, and gets that one. That's 2 points.
2 points.
Previous points from the rounds before means we'll see him on Monday.
Exactly. Simple as that. Also, don't worry, we're calculating our final standings. We've got things on the way. Everyone stay tuned. We're going to have a live reveal, too, to the players that were here for exactly how it'll all break out. But the nerves these players must be feeling right now. Wondering, did I make it in? Who will be the one that's one spot out? Who's going to be that unlucky egg there in the 34th spot? We've got more from Jair actually here. We saw him with that heavy sniper, stayed above that build for about 3 storm zones in a row. His patience paid off. Bang!
Ooh. Snipe on Big Saucy. It's funny, previously in that match, Big Saucy was the one on top, that kind of plateau to the south of Retail Row, who hit the snipe shot on Joker Unleashed just before that, and it wasn't a snipe opportunity for him. That up-close shotgun play ended up costing him.
Oh,
you ready?
No, I'm just nervous. They're still calculating. We're gonna get to it. Don't worry, it's here, but again, this was the final night of qualifiers. We still have tomorrow to look forward to. We have a J-Mock package as well to take a look at from his victory royale. Wasn't a high elim game, but you know what? When it counted most, he got, I believe, his second elim of that one. It was just enough, and the 3 points for the victory royale. You talk about all the different win conditions. That was an example of it right there. And that trap, if that hits him, that's 150. He only has 120 health. He dies there. Dodges it, doesn't pop back into it, and in the end, here's the final reaction. Knows how key that is. That's a career-changing moment for him.
I'm nervous.
Yeah?
I want to see it. I want to know who's playing tomorrow.
We're not even involved in it.
My hands are sweaty, though, man. Tomorrow is going to be incredible.
Yes.
They have everybody that makes it through to Monday's grand finals wins a minimum of $5,000. But if you get first place, Courage, it's $225,000.
Yes.
$1.5 million total for all 100 places. That's insane. It's absolutely insane.
No, it most certainly is. Now, there's so much stuff going on here at PAX. So many things to look forward to. I know tomorrow's the last day of the event, but for me, it's my first PAX. I've had a blast so far. Fortnite has only added to the experience, obviously. I'm sure you share the same sentiments.
I had an opportunity to walk around the floor a little bit and take a look around. There's a lot of great stuff here, but I'm going to be honest with you, man. I kept coming back to this tent every single time because the gameplay here, it's been fantastic to see everybody put up a good show, put in the best effort they can, and for some players, this could be potentially life-changing almost.
Yeah, no, most certainly. Now, we will have our final standings very, very soon. As a little bit of a little tease and lead into it, we actually had our very own Zeke with a Der Burger food review, something I know many of you at home are wondering what Zeke thought of his burger he had earlier.
What's up, guys? Zeke here, and I'm coming at you live from PAX. Fortnite is on point, and if you can see behind me, we've got this Der Burger truck. That's right, you guys feel free to wave. I'm gonna taste this delicious Der Burger and give you my review. Let's go take a look. One Royale with cheese, please. We've done it. Royale with cheese. Look at this elegant design, simple and beautiful. The wrapper is childproof. I was not prepared for this. This is a quality burger. This is real tilted tower level material. I get a hint of player's tears. And you can't top that bun, sealed with a Victor Royale. Quality beef this. Delicious. If you're here at PAX, you need to stop by the Der Burger. 5 out of 5 llamas. Delicious. You need to get one. We'll see you here.
Oh, Zeke always has such an interesting way with words, and he shows it again there. I love the bush just watching over him. I have received word. I have received word. I believe it is time to live reveal to our players who will be moving on. They are still sat in their seats. It is incredible because they're all on the edge of their seats wondering, and some probably have an idea, but others, these tiebreakers, it comes down to the wire. Who will be the top 33? It will be revealed live on their screen here. There is a look at the players. I can't even imagine what's going through their heads right now.
Tiebreakers, a big piece that you mentioned. The first thing that's checked, victory royales. But then after that, eliminations, and a lot of these players are playing very aggressive.
Yep.
Following that, average placement, and then a coin flip. But man, the stress, the excitement. I can't wait to see Courage.
Right. And don't worry, we'll have your full list of qualifiers and finalists for tomorrow as well coming soon. There's everyone in the venue, though. As people check it in, seeing what their families and friends are saying after watching the big qualifier so far. Obviously, some people probably realizing, you know, hey, didn't work out for me here, but can still be proud of making it this far. People just waiting, staring, wondering if they've made it on in. Remember, there's 100 players in that room. Only 33 will make it to tomorrow's $1.5 million grand final.
Now you have to remember too, anybody that is part of this, whether you're here or not, if you're at PAX West and you're not down here tomorrow, 11 a.m. is when the action starts. I'd say get here earlier than that. You want a spot on one of these beanbags because, man, even right now, standing room only, and I only expect it to be more packed tomorrow.
100%.
Which I love. The energy here is going to be incredible. It was fantastic tonight and the previous 2 nights. These games have been wonderful, and I think a big takeaway for everybody that's been involved with this, whether you made it to the qualifiers or not, whether you did well in the heats or not, there's got to be more options, there's got to be more chances, but for the people that are about to see the reveal right now, here we go.
People recognizing they've made it. You see the hands up in the air.
There it is.
Pumping up the chest. That's when they find out that news, they're $5,000 richer, because remember, 21st to 100th, automatically $5,000. The smiles there on the end, the sigh of relief. Victory Royale, please stay in your seat. That is the sign that they have moved on. Look, some smiles there.
Tifu, not even looking up.
He knew with that performance with the Victory Royale earlier. I'm assuming Nick Merckx as well will following out in. But here are our final standings, folks. Tyler's at the top, 11 elims, 8 total points. Tempo, Vape Jesus, Tfue, Kriz, Hysteria there as well. Chap and Geomach joining the club. Nick Merckx in that 16th spot. We'll see you tomorrow, my friend. Barnologist, congratulations. On to page 2. Remember, it's top 33. We have to see on page 3 who will be the last spot, with the crowd getting behind. Double O Flower there, and Cryomi with that 33rd spot. Colton just one position short. So heartbreaking for him, but congratulations to our top 33. We'll see you tomorrow.
Now, as I was saying, you have to remember, everybody that played in this, everybody that played the last 3 days, whether it was heats or qualifiers, feel good about the opportunity that you had, and there's going to be more in the future. You know they've got something up their sleeve for what's next. I cannot wait to see. But tomorrow, Courage, $1.5 million.
Yeah.
It all happens at 11 a.m. Pacific.
11 a.m. Pacific. We've got Tyler again. His interview last time was quite interesting, but he finished first, so we're going back down on the floor with him and Zeke.
What's up, guys? Awesome cast as always. I'm down here with Tyler's the overall leader here. I mean, and look, I'm gonna keep my mic now, okay? Take it easy. Dude, you are the guy at the top. You are the guy that has been here since this morning, qualified through, and then again come out on top against the likes of other amazing players. How are you feeling right now?
Amazing. I'm feeling amazing. I have so many texts. My phone is going off right now. It's nonstop. All the love on Twitter, all the love on everything right now from my friends, my family. It's insane. It's an amazing feeling.
Now, what does this mean for you, right? If you're going to go in on Monday, tomorrow, and you let's say you win the 200,000, what is that going to mean to you?
It's going to mean everything to me. I mean, it proves that I can compete at a high level, which is just what I want to do with myself. I want to play Fortnite. That's it. I want to be known as the best.
You're the best in my eyes, even though you steal my mic. You can't hear it, but the crowd is literally in an uproar right now. Do you want to just tell them something?
Follow your dreams. That's about it. I'm not very inspirational.
Do you have any strategies going into tomorrow? I mean, have you even thought that far? Have you had time to process what you just did?
No, I'm in shock right now. I haven't even thought about tomorrow yet. I hope I play as well as I did today, that's for sure.
That's awesome, man. Anything else you'd like to say? I mean, you're the guy, you're the #1 seed, man, going into tomorrow. Anything you want to say?
Watch out, because I'm coming. I'm coming for that #1 spot.
There you go. He's coming for that #1 spot, ladies and gentlemen. If you're there at PAX, let's hear it for him. And then Courage and Lupo, let's throw it back over to you.
Thank you, boys. Great stuff. Congratulations again. I think the feeling that a lot of people have right now, the shock, they've made it on in. They're ready for tomorrow. We know our players will be revealing them all here soon. Lupo, from the qualifiers, from what you've seen with this, with the way that the setup is, what do you think is the key to victory for tomorrow if players want to have success?
Now, during the qualifiers, we only had 4 matches. The grand finals, we've got 6. That's 2 more opportunities to make some plays. And we've seen players land even in the top 10 during their qualifier based on one top-tier performance alone. We've had players not even go after eliminations and just go for placement. We've had all sorts of different play styles. I expect to see people stick to their guns, and I hope they do, because you see a lot of differences between how players choose engagements, what they go for. You have aggressive gameplay versus people that bide their time and are very strategic. You've got people that are excellent builders that build up these complex bases to kind of hide themselves. And you've got people like 72 Hours that played outside of the zone even and pushed in and made some plays. I cannot wait to see every single player step up to the plate and put on a good show.
I'm receiving some incredible dramatics right now. We might have an insane scene here, folks, for people that are waiting for these final standings. So we looked at the final standings from tonight's qualifiers, but I've just received word that the 33rd and 34th spots are tied in every single tiebreaker.
Are you kidding me?
Apparently, we are about to go soon to a live coin flip. That means see who will make it into tomorrow.
Are you kidding me?
I am not kidding.
I don't know what to do with my hands, Courage.
Right? Neither do I. That is one of the most absurd things, how unlikely it is to tie in every category.
Let's talk about each category there. So the first thing that is that determines the winner in a tiebreaker is the number of victory royales.
Okay.
Following that is eliminations. Following that is placement.
Yes.
And, I mean, the odds of that actually happening are astronomical across 4 matches. But it happened, which means the last thing, it's a coin toss.
Flip a coin. We could have maybe had a boogie down.
Ooh, dance off. I don't think that would
bring them up here to the dance floor.
For their own sake, absolutely not.
Yeah,
I'd rather take the coin flip.
Sorry, that's what I would have wanted. But either way, we should be going to that here very, very soon. And then following that, we'll have your final finalists list, so you can see exactly who made it on through. Either way, though, appreciate all the support for everybody watching and supporting. Obviously, Epic and Fortnite and us as well, from all the kind words online, but also for all the players who have made their entire schedules are out this weekend, practicing hours and hours on end. The organizations for sending their players out, for people who paid out of their own pocket to be here in hopes of the dream. You heard Tyler mention it. You know, chase your dreams. It's worked out for him to this point, as he's got an opportunity now tomorrow to pay for the majority of the $1.5 million in prizes.
I'd say so, especially with the players that are not tied down to an organization yet, that are looking to get into competitive Fortnite at a professional level.
Yep.
Placing well in an event like this says quite a bit about who they are and their work ethic, how the incredible skill it takes to know exactly how to play a format like this. And I almost want to say, and I hate to say it, and no hate to anybody that's already attached to somebody, but man, imagine somebody that's not part of an org that places so well or even wins the entire thing. People will be knocking on their door.
Yeah, I can only imagine the contract offers that they're going to be getting after that one.
They make us look like idiots.
Yeah, they most certainly will. Then I'm going to regret not playing. But either way, again, appreciate your guys' patience at home. Looking forward to tomorrow. The biggest names going to be participating. The best in the world have made it on through. For me, you think the nerves have been bad so far? Tomorrow will be on an entirely different level.
That's just us, the people that are down there in the pit for this, that are playing in these. 6 games is even more time for 2 things. One, nerves will build up over time. You've got a lot of games to play through, but at the same time, you have people that now can sink into their setups. They're going to get comfortable. They have times where, yeah, maybe you have a bad first or second game. You still have 4 more after that. 6 games makes a difference. It's it's going to be a long day, but it's going to be a whole lot of action, Courage. I'm incredibly excited.
No, most certainly will. Waiting for updates again and where we stand for the coin flip and stuff like that. I mean, the phenomenon that Fortnite had become this year, and still is, everything that's happened since this game has come out and the Battle Royale mode has completely taken off and taken over the world of gaming, to think that tomorrow is literally the biggest day of competition by far we've seen yet, with the most on the line. It's a day of Fortnite competitive history for sure. I know a lot of eyes will be on, some viewer records will be broken as well. Oh, I just, for me at this point, I'm just ready for it to start.
Absolutely. We have very little time left, too. Like you said, we were talking about it earlier. Make sure, if you're here at PAX West, you want to watch this, or if you're watching online, whatever site it's being streamed on, please, 11 a.m. Pacific is when it starts. Set your alarms, mark your calendars, whatever you need to do. I'm going to set 15 different alarms on my phone. It's going to basically explode on my nightstand. I don't even care. You got to be here on time. Get here early, too, because spots, if you're here locally, spots on the floor, if you want a beanbag, they're going to get taken up quick. And let me say, those things are super comfortable.
And I love how with everything that's happened tonight, like, we even got the high stakes reveal.
I know.
And everything with the getaway.
The grappler, are you kidding me? I cannot wait for that thing to come out.
The sound in the crowd when the grappler was shown on off and everyone could finally see what it was looking like. Just thinking of what that could mean for competitive and like how it all plays, it's gonna be fun. So I'm now receiving word. We've got the coin flip ready. It's gonna be heads for Colton, tails for Cryomi. So on this coin flip, heads Colton, tails for Cryomi. Zeke is ready. Literally a life-changing moment right here for one of these players for the opportunity tomorrow. Zeke.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the event of ties, we go to coin flip. Now here we go. I'm gonna flip the coin. Here we go. Tails. We've got a decision.
Moving forward.
Cryomi.
That might be the most dramatic finish for 33rd that I think we could have possibly had. Literally today was insanity. We had insane plays, and now a tiebreaker and a coin flip that I'm going to be honest with you, I never thought that would possibly happen. That puts Cryomi on the list for the finalists, and I want to see everybody else. I want to see the whole list, Courage.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's our participants for $1.5 million tomorrow from night 1. 72 hours was an absolute beast. Day in and day out, Nate Hill from FaZe Clan, another big name. Rise Wheats, the final game of night 1, made it on in. We saw some incredible performances from top to bottom. And Dremin, the last spot with just 1 total point, was just enough from night 2. Animal, the insane performance, the 10 elims. We talked about Aiden on controller, Lupo.
It was absolutely wild. And keep in mind, if you're watching this anywhere, these are the names to write down and clip and post all over social media so that everybody knows exactly who to watch for tomorrow.
Poach from night 2. That's a name you cannot sleep on. Did make it on through alongside Cease. And then there you see night 3. Tempo, Tfue, Hysteria, Chat, Geomach, Nick Merckx, Blind, Flower.
Down there at the bottom right.
At this point, ladies and gentlemen, if you are not watching tomorrow, what are you doing with your life?
Real Cryomi's got to feel real lucky right now, that coin flip deciding to put him in as well. This is the entire pool, all the players for the grand finals. $1.5 million on the line, Courage, and it all starts at 11 a.m. Pacific.
This is it. Shout out to everybody who's been watching, our sponsors as well. Logitech, Astro, Respawn on the chairs. Couldn't do it without you guys, so thank you so much for your support of the event. The stage has been set. We know our 99 players. Lupo, final thoughts heading into the grand final.
Tomorrow is going to be incredible. We've seen accelerated gameplay from a lot of players, defensive building that you don't see very often. And the gameplay here it's a learning experience for both the people that are playing and everybody watching. It's been incredibly exciting. We've had some really solid shots, and we're not even done yet, Courage. We have 6 games left, and I cannot wait for tomorrow.
This is it, Ben. Oh, thank you.
Oh, I got you. I will never leave you hanging, brother.
Appreciate that. What an honor it's been to be part of this. I know we've been having a blast so far. Hope you guys have been enjoying the show. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Tomorrow is the largest day of Fortnite competition by far in the game's history. 11 a.m. Pacific time. $1.5 million on the line. 99 of the best players in the world. For everyone involved in the broadcast, thank you so much for watching tonight and for the whole week up to this point. But tomorrow, the summer skirmish comes to a close. Who will win $225,000 and the title of champion? We'll find out then. Have a good night.